So, number 12 na tayo. Ito yung applicable sa mga Titanic na movie. Okay? So, iceberg problem. So, an iceberg having a specific gravity of 0.92 is floating on salt water or siguro nasa ocean siya. Ocean. Okay. So, drawing tayo ng iceberg. Ayan. For example, siguro ito yung iceberg natin. So, nakalubog yan sa tubig. So, syempre, sa Titanic dati, akala nila maliit lang yung iceberg. Yun pala, doon sa pinakababa, malaki pala siya. Ayun, nabutas yung yung ship. Ayan. So, yung ating iceberg having an SG of 0.92. And yung pinagpo-floatan niya na fluid is salt water having an SG, okay, SG of 1.03. Okay? Ayan. Now, if the volume of the ice above the water surface is 1,000 cubic meter, ibig sabihin, ito yung naka-float. Okay? So, V-float natin is equal to 1,000 cubic meter. Now, what is the total volume of the ice? VP. So, kapag ganito mga problems lang po, so yung volume total lang natin is equal to yung naka-float plus yung volume ng naka-submerge. Okay? So, syempre, yan lang naman yun. So, float plus yung submerged. Okay? So, paano natin makukuha to given SG? So, meron na po tayo ditong direct formula, okay, ng relationship between SG at saka volume. So, therefore, we can say that SG ng ating body na nakasubmerge over SG ng ating fluid is equal to yung ating volume submerged all over yung ating volume total. Okay? Total volume. Okay? So, take note po, SG ng body natin. Okay? So, direct substitution lang to. SG ng body, iceberg, na 0.92. All over SG ng fluid natin, salt water, 1.02. And this is now equal to yung volume submerged. Meron pang binigay na volume submerged? Wala. Okay, let's leave as VS. Okay? All over yung volume total. Okay? Meron pang volume total? Wala pa rin. Okay? Pero iwasan natin yung two unknowns dito. So, however, yung ating volume total naman is float plus yung submerged. Okay? So, therefore, this is what? So, this is 1,000 plus yung naka-submerged. Okay? So, naging one equation, one unknown. So, ship solve na po tayo. So, that is 0.92 over 1.03. And this is now equal to yung naka-submerged, which is unknown, over 1,000 plus yung ating naka-submerged pa rin. So, ship solve for X. So, this is having a volume of 8,363.636. Okay, this is cubic meter. So, therefore, ano na po yung volume total? So, syempre, yung naka-float plus yung naka-submerge. So, this is now equal to 1,000 plus yung submerged volume. So, 8,363.636. So, therefore, this is equal to 9,363.636. This is cubic meter. And that's letter C. Part 1. Then part 2. Okay. In motion naman. Okay. So, fluid dynamics na. Okay. So, Let's move on to number 9. So, coefficient of discharge, this is denoted as CD. And coefficient of contraction, this is denoted as CC. Okay, which is equal to 0.63. Determine the coefficient of velocity for the orifice. So, when we say coefficient of velocity, this is CV naman. Okay? So, ano po ba ang orifice? Okay? So, when we say orifice, so butas ito. Okay? So, this is the hole. Okay? So, may butas. So, kapag po nabutas yung ating container, and meron siyang laman naman na fluid, so, dyan po lalabas yung ating fluid. Okay? So, just to, just to give you an illustration. So, for example, container na may laman-laman na fluid. And kapag may orifice ka dyan, okay, and bukas yung orifice mo, meaning butas, so, yung ating fluid dito will flow. Okay? Ayan. So, yung pag-flow na yan, so that is indicates that your fluid is at motion na kasi may nag-flow. Okay? Ayan. So, orifice po ang tawag dito sa butas na to. So, kapag naman po maliit na butas, nozzle naman. Okay? Maliit na orifice naman. Small orifice for nozzle. Okay? So, yan. So, ano po ang natin for coefficient of discharge, contraction, and velocity dito? Take note po for coefficient of discharge. So, ito po yung imperfection ng orifice natin. Okay? So, kumbaga, kapag po hindi maganda yung butas, kung minsan, may mga coefficients tayong inaano dyan. Okay? So, hindi po masyadong lumalabas yung fluid sa butas. So, therefore, CD is equal to CV multiplied by CC. Okay? So, wherein yung ating CD, so sabi nga natin kanina, coefficient of discharge. And yung ating CV, so this is coefficient of velocity. And CC, this is your coefficient of contraction. And since ito lahat ay coefficient, so lahat na to unitless. Okay? It's just only a coefficient, okay, kung ng pagkabutas ng orifice. So therefore, CD is equal to 0.62. And this is now equal to CV, which is unknown, multiplied by 0.63. So, kunin natin yung CV. So, this is now equal to 0.62 over 0.63. And this is now equal to 0.98. Ayan. This is letter A. Ayan. Yan po ang ating coefficient of velocity. Okay, let's move on to number 20. 21 pala. Okay? So, let's move on to number 21. So, theoretical velocity of flow through an orifice 3 meters the surface of the tank or in a tall tank is blank. Okay? So, ano ba yung theoretical velocity na yan? So, just to give you an illustration, okay, so sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, kapag meron pong orifice, meron tayong fluid na nagfo-flow. Ayan, for example, merong laman na tubig yung container natin and yung orifice natin is nandito. Okay. So, this is the orifice. And dito, lalabas yung tubig. Okay? So, now, your theoretical velocity here is defined by your Torres-Series theorem. Okay? So, ano po ba itong theoretical velocity na to? So, this is your velocity of fluid flow. Okay? yung bilis ng pag-flow ng tubig mo. Okay? So this is denoted as V. Okay? So Paracelsus theorem yung pang-solve natin dito. For theoretical velocity, so therefore V is equal to square root of 2gh. So ano po itong G na to? So this is your gravitational acceleration. So hindi na to bago sa inyo kapag SI 9.81, kapag English 32.2. We have also your H. This is what we call your static head. So ano tong static head na to? So this is your height from the surface or fluid surface, so surface of the fluid to the orifice, papunta sa orifice. That's the static head. So ito siya. Ayan. So yan yung H natin. So sometimes ang static head natin is what we call your velocity head. Yung velocity head natin na to, ginagamit to sa Bernoulli's theorem. Ayan. So theoretical velocity to. Meron din tayong tinatawag na actual velocity. Okay, so saan naman ginagamit to? Kapag po meron tayong coefficient of discharge, so actual velocity yon. So that is equal to CD multiplied by square root of 2gh. Pero take note po, kapag 100% yung ating coefficient of discharge, that's the time na magiging theoretical yan. Okay, so sige. Solve natin ito. Theoretical velocity of flow from an orifice 3 meters below the water surface. So from the surface papunta sa orifice 3 meters. So in a tall tank, so V is equal to square root of 2gh. So SI to kasi meters. So that is V is equal to 2 times 9.81 multiplied by 3. Okay. So lagyan natin yung unit. So meters per second squared multiplied by 3 meters. Okay, meters squared over second squared, magsa-square root tayo. So this is meters per second. This is square root of 2 times 9.81 times 3. So this is 7.67. Okay, and that's letter D. So sige, part 1. Then part 2. So additional information lang po. So velocity of fluid flow or yung tinatawag natin itong mean velocity. So sometimes in other problems, mean velocity po ito. Bakit mean velocity? Take note po, bawat particles ng fluid natin is hindi pare-parehas yung kanyang velocity. Okay, so yung iba mabagal, yung iba mabilis. Okay, so particles yung pinag-uusapan natin dito, kaya ang kinukuha natin yung mean, average. Okay, sige, ulitin natin. So part 1. Then part 2. Okay, let's move on to number 35. So determine the velocity of the fluid in a tank at the exit given by the surface. H1 is equal to 2 meters and H2 is equal to 5 centimeters. So paano ba natin yung i-drawing? Okay. For example, ito yung tangke natin. Kung baga, may elevation yung butas pa natin. So, imbis na dito sa pinakababa, nandito siguro yung butas natin. Okay? Which is 5 centimeters. Or gawin na lang natin SI yan, 0.05. Yan. So, yan yung ating butas. And yung ating static head is ito. Okay? So, yan. So, 2 meters from dun sa butas going to the surface. Okay? Ayan. So, syempre, may mag-flow dito na tubig. Okay? So, determine the velocity of the fluid in the tank given that. So, dalawang heights. So, we have the static head and yung elevation from the bottom of the tank. Okay? So, syempre, kung maubos yung tubig dito sa static head natin, hindi naman mag-exceed yung ating water below the 0.05 meter elevation. So, kumbaga, nandyan lang siya. So, alang tatalon yung ating fluid papunta dun sa butas, di ba? So, therefore, ang ating velocity na dito is equal to what? So, this is now equal to square root of 2g multiplied by yung ating static head minus yung ating elevation. Okay, so that is h1 minus h2. Yeah. So therefore, this is what? So square root of 2 times 9.81 meter per second squared multiplied by 2 minus 0.05. This is in meters. So therefore, V now is equal to what? So this is equal to 6.185 meters per second. So this is letter B. Okay. Next tayo, number 39. Okay. So, the static head corresponding to a flow velocity of 10 meters per second is blank. Okay, static head lang naman yung pinag-uusapan. So, therefore, yung H yung hinahanap dito. And from your Torricelli's theorem, so V is equal to square root of 2GH. So, gawin natin H. So, this will become V squared is equal to 2GH. Or that is H is equal to V squared over 2G. Okay? So, ito na yung tinatawag natin static head or velocity head. So, therefore, H now is equal to, given yung flow velocity natin, so 10 meter per second, the quantity squared over 2 times 9.81 meters per second squared. So, ano magka-cancel? Second squared, meter squared over meter, may matitira pang isang metro, which is a unit for the head. Okay? So, this is 10 squared over 9.81 times 2. So, this is equal to 5.0968, or that is 5.1 meter. Pinakamalapit sa letter B. Okay? So, let's number 39. So, let's move on to number 37. Okay? So, 37 tayo. Calculate the discharge in liters per second through a 5 inches diameter orifice under a head of 7.6 of water. So, assume coefficient of discharge of 0.65. So, when we say discharge, so kung hindi natin alam yung discharge, pinlan lang natin yung unit ng gusto mong palabasin. Okay? So, discharge in liters per second. Meaning, ano po pala ang discharge? So, this is volume per unit time. Okay? So, dito na papasok ulit yung mga unit analysis natin. Okay? So, discharge. So, that is liters per second or volume per unit time. So, when we say discharge, so this is what we call your volumetric flow rate. Or bilis po, okay? Bilis ng pag-exit ng fluid natin dun sa pinaka pinaka-hose or dun sa nozzle. Okay? For example po, may nagfo-flow na tubig dito. for example, okay, so nag-flow. Paano ba ano? Ayan. 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 For example, may nagpo-flow dito na tubig. So, yung bilis ng pag-escape ng ating fluid dito sa butas. Okay, natin. So, this is your discharge. Okay, for example, 3 liters per second. So, sa kada isang segundo, ang lumalabas, 3 liters. Okay? That's your discharge. Okay? So, this is denoted as Q. Okay? And from here, okay, so ano po ang mga ano natin for discharge, okay? Ano yung formula natin for discharge? Take note, ano po ang parameter na isinasaalang-alang natin sa discharge. First is, syempre, yung bilis ng ating fluid, okay? Mean velocity. And yung pangalawa, kung gaano karami, okay? So, by means of what? Yung cross-sectional area mo. So, siyempre, kung mas malaki yung butas ng ating orifice, so, mas malaki yung discharge. Kung maliit lang yung ating area, mas maliit lang yung ating discharge. So, therefore, cross-sectional area. Okay? So, this is the second parameter sa discharge natin. Okay, kung i-check natin ito, so therefore Q now is equal to A multiplied by your velocity. Okay? AC times yung ating velocity. So take note po yung ating area. So this is meter squared multiplied by meter per second. Okay, so ano mangyayari? This will become cubic meter per second, which is volume per unit time. Okay, so therefore, tama po yung ating formula dito for discharge. So cross-sectional area times the velocity or mean velocity. Okay? Sige. Ang given sa atin is diameter. So, diameter is 5 inches. And yung head ng ating water is 7.6. So, 7.6 walang unit. So, let's say this is 7.6 meters. So, we will assume a coefficient of discharge, CD. So, kapag may CD tayo, actual velocity yung gagamitin natin dito. Okay, so for actual velocity, using Torricelli's theorem, so therefore, V is equal to CT multiplied by square root of 2G. So V is equal to 0.65 multiplied by 2 or square root of 2 times 9.81 times yung ating H. Okay, yung H natin ay 7.6. So ano po ang ating velocity na? So 0.65 times square root of 2 times 9.81 times 7.6. So, ang ating velocity po dito ay 7.937 meters per second. So, SI ito. Pero take note po ang ating yung ating diameter is in inches, naka-inches siya. So, convert na lang natin mamaya. Okay? So, pwede na ba natin makuha yung discharge? Pwede na. So, therefore, Q now here is equal to cross-sectional area, circle. So, gagamitin natin yung circle na formula, which is pi over 4d squared times yung velocity. So, this is now equal to pi over 4 times yung ating diameter na 5 inches. But however, velocity natin, meters per second, okay? Which is an SI unit. So, anong gagawin lang natin dito sa 5 inches? So, convert na natin kagad in SI. So, this is in 1 meter. This is 39.37 inches. So, this is the quantity squared. Multiplied by 7.937 meters per second. So, ano ang ating Q in cubic meter per second? Take note po, ang magka-cancel inches, meter squared yung ating area dito, times meter, cubic meter over second, cubic meter per second. 0.25 by times 5 times or 5/39.37 is now in meter. The quantity squared times 7.937. So this is 0.1. Okay. 0.1 cubic meter per second. Pero ang gusto natin naka-liter per second. Take note lang po, dapat memorize natin yung mga conversion natin. So in 1 cubic meter, this is equal to 1,000 liters. So therefore, convert lang natin sa liters ito. Okay, so in 1,000 liters, this is 1 cubic meter. So times 1,000. And this is equal to 100 liter per second. Okay? And this is letter D. Part 1. Then part 2.